Today we have the one and only Dodge Durango SRT Hellcat. A couple years ago, Dodge said that this was only going to be a 2021 model. Well, now it's back for 2023 and again for 2024, and that's the last time you can get this Durango Hellcat. This is a one-of-a-kind type of vehicle with its looks, its features, its powertrain, and everything about it. We're going to take a detailed look. Let's get started. Now let's take a quick look at this wild exterior. First of all, you have the Plus and Premium trims, and we have the top end Premium right here, and the price absolutely reflects it. So with this Durango SRT Hellcat, you get a unique front fascia, the LED headlights, LED daytime running lights. They almost look like little teeth right there, and it looks really cool next to this SRT badge. You also get a performance hood and performance lower splitter to totally match this triple nickel paint with the low gloss gunmetal stripes running down the middle. It is a one-of-a-kind, stellar-looking vehicle. It's also paired with 20-inch wheels and these Pirelli 295 wide tires. You also get 6-piston Brembo brakes here and suspension improvements over the Durango SRT 392. Should be more comfortable in auto mode, but better handling in track mode and more responsive altogether. And it's 201 inches long, paired with an adaptive damping suspension. Then in the back, you get this rear spoiler and this unique fascia, which creates massive downforce paired with the front fascia for a more than 400% increase. Cargo space is also not bad, obviously, with a 3-row vehicle. First, behind the third row, 17 cubic feet. Fold those down and you're gonna get 43 cubic feet. Then when you take everything down in this cargo area, you're gonna have 85 cubic feet. Tons of power and tons of space. All right, let's take a quick look at the key fob. So first of all, this is a really cool looking key fob. You've got the SRT badge on here. It's this red color, and when you have the red key, you know you mean business. So it is a smart key system here. You've got this button to lock it, mirrors will flash, and then you've got sensor in the back here to open up. But let's go ahead and remote start. It's nice that you get remote start. Oh yeah. Now let's take a look at these interior seats. So these seats are pretty sweet. You've got this Laguna red leather, or this Laguna leather with this demonic red color. Now this is awesome. These seats, not only do they look cool, they're actually really big and bolstered right here. I mean, these are comfortable and heavily bolstered to keep you in place. You've got the SRT branding right there. They're very soft, supple, and plush. I mean, look at this. This is like seriously very nice and comfortable right here. Typical adjustments down here, you got 4-way lumbar, and then your height and tilt and recline over here. On the door, you'll even get some memory settings. Then inside, there's no messing around. You've got a power adjustable steering wheel right here. We've got heated and ventilated seat controls, which you'll find right there, and a heated steering wheel. And this steering wheel has a little bit of a flat bottom right here. It's the SRT wheel. It's extremely thick and bulky, and I love that. It just adds to the sensation when you're driving. Got these nice paddles here as well. We'll go through more in a sec. And like I said, these are comfortable. I've spent a good amount of time in here. I drove the Durango before, and I took a Durango on a road trip with different seats, but I've been very comfortable in the Durango nonetheless. Now climbing into the second row, you're gonna get some nice seats again. You've got the bucket seats with this armrest in the middle. It's nice to see. It's actually a really nice place to be overall. So sitting behind myself, there's not quite as much legroom as I would expect, but you've got a couple of hooks right here. You got this little mat pocket, same thing on the other side. Then right in the middle, you've got air conditioning vents, which are always good to see. Heated seats back here, USB ports, and a 3-prong 115-volt outlet. Right in the middle, we've got a couple of small cup holders, a little storage tray down there, and this armrest is actually pretty nice. I mean, you can lift up this just like that. You've got a big bin inside with the USB port, a 12-volt power outlet, even a little storage net in there. Then you got another tier, just like you do up front, with a little shallow section. You even still get climate controls, so you have your own AC vents down below. You have climate controls right here, and you've even got vents right up above there too. And these seats don't move forward and backwards, but you can recline to give yourself a little bit extra space. Then to get into the third row, just a quick look. We pull this handle to lower that down, and then you can lift this red lever, and then you've got a pretty big space right here. Look at that. Now, obviously, this is not the highest of priorities in a performance vehicle like this, but I can still actually move my feet around a little bit. I can move my knees without it hitting this seat in its normal position. You get a cup holder back here too. And this third row, it's a 2-seater, so you can fold this down, still get some cargo space as well. Third row passengers get their own lights and their own AC vent, so this is still a good third row. And I can even sit up tall with a hat, so good headroom. Now let's go ahead and start things up. Foot on the brake right here, a quick run through of the interior, but you got a nice startup. You've got the Hellcat right there. It's a pretty nice interior, even though it is dated. But overall, you do get a pretty driver-centric cockpit. You even get some forged carbon fiber accents and a nice touch of the red leather running throughout the cabin. Soft touch materials kind of all around you too. Steering wheel gives you nice controls right here. You get a pretty good sized digital display up there, and there's really a whole bunch of information that you can go through. You can toggle through all of that with the steering wheel, even some performance pages on here as well. It's pretty awesome. Plus, you can see adaptive cruise. You actually get adaptive cruise control on here. I didn't expect that. And look at this speedometer. It goes to 200. Then moving on over here, you get a large display. So 10.1 inch screen, wireless Apple CarPlay and Android Auto with this Uconnect system. Everything works pretty fast. You can even touch the screen to control things like heated seats, steering wheel, stuff like that, even though you have actual physical controls and climate controls down below, which I love having the option to do both. It's a nice layout down there. Now we have the premium version here, so we get extra goodies. We've got a 19 speaker Harman Kardon audio system, and you've got shortcuts down here that you can get to as well. So it's pretty nice. Go back to the home screen on here. There's a lot that you can see on here. Look, I mean, you can even see performance type of information. You can track things on here. It's pretty awesome that they really did make this a performance-oriented vehicle while still being practical. If you go to the SRT vehicle tab, there's a couple quick things you can do. One nice thing is you can fold the third row headrest just with a push of a button. We can even get to the rear camera. You don't have a 360 camera, just this one, but it does have dynamic guidance lines. Then you can go into more of your vehicle specific settings right here. So a ton of different stuff that you can control. I showed you the climate controls down there. We also get a wireless charging mat right here, a little storage area next to that, and 2 USB-C, 2 USB-A, and an auxiliary port. Cup holders are decent size. You've got little rubber pieces on the inside to give it a nice snug fit. Little storage area right there. Plus, we've got this center folding armrest, which is pretty good size, and it's somewhat soft. It's got some nice material on it. You've got 2 stages. You've got this first one. I always like to see that. You can keep stuff out of the way. Then the second one, a little bit bigger, and you even get a little light inside. Dodge also gives us a 12-volt power outlet over here. Plus, we've got a lockable glove box. Soft opening and softly lined. Automatic dimming rearview mirror up there as well. You just kind of got your basic interior lighting, but you will get a little bit of ambient light that shines down from there, and garage controls. Plus, you've got a moonroof that you can enjoy too. All right, y'all, we are now behind the wheel of this Hellcat, and this is absolutely the best part. So not only is it still a nice Durango on the inside, you've got this insane powertrain under the hood. So you've probably, if you're seeing this video, you've probably seen this like 0 to 60 and insane, you know, launch controls, things like that. This isn't going to be a wild drive. It's going to be fun drive. I'm just going to give you my driving impressions and get on it a few times and talk about the specs here. So under the hood, you get Dodge's 6.2 liter supercharged HEMI V8 with 710 horsepower and 645 pound-feet of torque. It is a big supercharger. It has a supercharger whine, which you're going to hear in a little bit. It's paired with their specific TorqueFlite 8-speed automatic transmission. 0 to 60 is actually 3.5 seconds. Now, with that much power, you might expect a tiny bit better, but this is a big, heavy vehicle, so I will take it. It is all-wheel drive, so you're gonna have good traction. And towing is even 8,700 pounds, but MPG's only 17 on the highway. But we're just in normal mode here. Oh my gosh, it's an absolute monster. Not only does it just, it's got this serious rise on it. I mean, the rear end squats down and you just take off like a rocket. And this is just normal mode. You get some supercharger whine at times, especially just with like a partial pedal like that. You can really kind of hear it right over here from this driver's seat. One thing I really appreciate about this is the steering wheel itself, but also the way that it feels. It is a sport kind of tuned, heavy weighted steering, and it's awesome. Now, let me change up the drive modes. So down here, I'm gonna hit this SRT button. Up on the screen, we've got auto. You've also got snow, towing, custom. I'm gonna go into sport mode, and it kind of shows you on the screen like transmissions in sport, paddle shifters are on, all-wheel drive and stability and suspension and steering are all in sport. A little pedal here. And yes, that was just a little pedal. And it's holding RPMs right now, and it's loud. You get so much noise that comes into the cabin. It's so visceral. I apologize about the rain, the windshield. It's been like that pretty much the whole time I've had this vehicle, unfortunately. And the paddles, they don't go all the way down. They're not like massive up and down paddles like on some vehicles. They're just kind of halfway paddles. But they're quick, they're easy to get to. Manual mode is automatically engaged when you hit the paddle. And these downshifts are definitely quick. This isn't just a powerful Durango. I mean, it really fits the bill of a sporty, beefy, muscle SUV. All right, we are still in sport mode. Let's get a pedal down. Oh my gosh. Oh, this car breathes. This Durango takes some big, deep breaths when it shifts. It is insane. Still holding the RPMs. Now, you can hustle this. Now, I've seen people aggressively drive this. I was at one of the launch events for this vehicle, and you can get on it around corners, but it does feel real weighty and heavy. But the traction is fantastic. I mean, all-wheel drive, you just take off. No spin. Even when you're going like 50, like right now, and you hammer. Ooh. Holding those RPMs. Just holding third gear around here. Sounds amazing. When you shift in those upper ends of the RPMs, that's when you get that that massive shift. Now, you do have a launch control in here too. You have a track mode in here. So when you hit track, I mean, it just stiffens everything and puts everything on another level. Your transmission's going to be faster. Your all-wheel drive is going to be toned in and tuned in to just be grippy as much as possible. Even the stability control is going to give you that trackability. Probably laxes up actually a little bit with stability control. Suspension gets stiff because we have an adaptive suspension. But if you take all of that out, you go back into auto mode, and it's called street on all of these, it's pretty comfortable. The ride is actually compliant. It's a quiet vehicle minus the powertrain. I mean, just road noise, wind noise, it's a quiet vehicle. You've got laminated glass here. You've got a really comfortable steering wheel. These seats are so comfortable as well. I mean, this feels like a luxury car seat when you have it squeezed in, because these bolsters are so big, but these seats are so plush. The screen is large and nice. You've got wireless CarPlay, an advanced Harman Kardon audio system, some digital information on the display right here, heated and ventilated seats, a heated steering wheel. I mean, this is expensive, but it's really spacious, it's really powerful, and it's really unique. And this is going to be the last year, 2024, that you can get one. And it just grabs and goes. That was auto mode. It just goes. Absolutely just goes. One for the money, sport mode. I hope you enjoyed the drive. So to wrap things up on this Durango SRT Hellcat, it's absolutely absurd. Its price is absurd, its performance is absurd, and the interior is pretty wild as well, and it just feels big and plush and comfortable with a huge powertrain under the hood. Now, obviously this isn't for everyone. It's expensive, it's powerful, but it's a family hauler with all of this to go with it. So if you were looking for a $100,000 vehicle, you wanted power, you wanted space, would you go for this Durango Hellcat? Let me know below. Hope you enjoyed the video and have a great day.